Shalom. So we're going to look at Ecclesiastes 10 and verse 7. It says, I have seen servants upon horses and princes walking as servants upon the earth. We know the meaning of that, but there's a subtle meaning to it. This is where we're going to go internal to understand, right? No, we have a certain set of beliefs, thoughts, feelings, ideas, perceptions, and philosophies, etc. We inherit a lot of them from our families, our communities, and of course our culture. So once we keep doing these things over and over, we think the same thoughts, we take the same actions. What happens after a process of time is our body also learn this because the body is an extension of the subconscious mind, right? How do you know? Whenever you think a thought, you feel the sensation in your body, right? So if you keep thinking about your grandmother that passed a few weeks ago, you're gonna feel the same sad feelings in your body, right? So whatever you think, that's exactly what you will be experiencing in your body, and it doesn't matter whether you think of something that is real or you're actually going through the experience, right? The scripture says, as a man thinketh, so is he. So if you're thinking about something that's very exciting, guess what? You're going to experience that in your body. If you think about something that makes you get upset, that's how you're going to feel. You're going to feel that anger, your rage, whatever it is, right? So because of our memory, we keep living in the past, thinking about past experiences and mostly negative experiences. So we keep suffering the same things of the past. And this same memory of the past that we're familiar with is also doing what? Shaping our future, right? Because everything we do, there's an emotion that is at the end of our encounters. So everything that is in the subconscious mind is experienced at the body level. So the body also learn these set of behaviors over and over. So even now, if you desire to change, if at the if at the conscious level you say, you know what, I want to change, that is not working for me anymore. This alone is not enough to change a program you've learned since you were a child, right? So, how do you go about changing this program? Because you cannot go to the mental level, you cannot go to a theory, you cannot read sacred scriptures and change something that you've been doing for 30 years, right? So, this is where the intellect comes in. There's a knowing that resides here, and this knowing can change everything because there's no difference between the knowledge and the action. The knowledge is the action, and the action is the knowledge. And each time you take this type of action, it strengthens your ability to discern, right? So when a thought comes up, the intellect can discern to say, okay, I will do this, I will not do that, right? So this is where you have the power of free will. You have the free will to make changes consciously, right? So you can change the way you look at things, change your perceptions, change your thoughts, your thought process, change your beliefs. So you'll change the way you feel about things, and you will change the way you behave when it comes down to situations. You are no longer controlled or governed by your sensations or impulsivity, right? You consciously choose what you want to do, how you want to react, etc. So let us take a certain thought, for example, right? Say you are doing something, you're trying something and it didn't work out. So for you, you say I failed, right? Now, when you say you fail, when you look at it from the standpoint of the intellect, you can see that okay, you did something, it didn't work that way, so you learned one way not to do that, right? And also there's the possibility to be successful, right? Because if you were successful at that, you would not need to try to be successful at it again, right? So it's because you, as you said, fail then you have the opportunity to be successful. So this here has the power to control everything. You have the power to create a new future. You have the power to rewrite this program. You have the power to control your actions, everything that you do physically, right? The important thing is for you to meditate on your thoughts. You analyze them properly, right? And then you discern what actions you take. And that's how you make changes. You make changes through the body, and your body will go back and train your brain to accept these new set of actions, and that is how change is done. Shalom.